see the next case of resonance. In this case, basically the pi bond is separated by sigma bond and the carbon atom having lone pair of electrons. So this type of conjugated system is carbon with lone pair or negative charge, then single bond, and then pi bond. So this kind of resonance is present in this case when there is separation of pi bond by a sigma bond and the carbon atom having lone pair. Now we can see the orbital diagram of this. So basically in orbital diagram we can see the two parallel orbitals of carbon atom. These are the two parallel orbitals of carbon atom forming pi bond, and pi bond, then sigma bond, and the orbital of carbon containing lone pair of electron or negative charge. So basically negative charge is due to the lone pair of electron present on the carbon atom. So this kind of resonance is present. So in first resonance we have seen double bonded carbon atom is separated by sigma bond and carbon with positive charge. So this is the first conjugated system. Now second conjugated system is carbon with negative charge, then sigma bond, and then pi bond. Now we can see the simple form of this kind of resonance. See, in the same way we have done for the carbocations, we will do there. Now see, the carbon with negative charge, number 1, then 2, and then 3. So basically the pi bond between 2 and 3 position will be shifted in between 1 and 2 position, and negative charge from position 1 will be shifted to position 3. So pi bond from 2 3 shifted to 1 2 position, negative charge from first position shift to third position. Now see the next example. Again this is also a conjugated system because negative, then single, and then double bond. So it is also a conjugated system. Now see, the pi bond between 2 and 3 position will be shift in between 1 and 2, and negative charge from first position will shift to third position. Now see another example. As we can see, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So the first resonating structure is the pi bond between 2 and 3 position will shift to 1 and 2, and negative charge from first position will shift to third position. So negative charge on third position, and pi bond between 2 and 3 to 1 and 2 position. Now again it is conjugated system, negative charge, single bond, double bond. So number 1, 2, and 3. Now again the pi bond between 2 and 3 position will be shift in between 1 and 2, and negative charge shift from first position to third position. So there are 3 resonating structure of this ion, first, second, and third. Now see the another case. In next case we can see negative charge, then sigma bond, then again sigma bond. So this system is not a conjugated system, because for conjugated system negative charge, then sigma bond, and then pi bond must be there for a system to be conjugated. But here pi bond is separated by 2 sigma bonds, therefore it will be not the resonating form. So we can say no resonating structure exists because pi bond is separated by 2 single bonds. Now see the next example. The next example is, we can see again negative charge, single bond, double bond. So 1 2 3, the pi bond between 2 and 3 position will shift in between 1 and 2, and negative charge from first position will shift to third position. Now see the case number 3 of resonance. Case number 3 for resonance. As we can see, now the pi bond is separated by sigma bond, pi bond, then single bond, and then orbital containing unpaired electron, which we call free radical. So this is another type of conjugated system. We can see that this is the free radical. This is free radical. And in short form, we also do the numbering 1, 2, and 3. So free radical separated by single bond and then pi bond. So pi bond, then single bond, and then free radical. So this is also another type of conjugated system. In this system, we also see the shortcut numbering done 1, 2, 3, and the pi bond between 2 and 3. The pi bond between 2 and 3 will shift in between 1 and 2, and free radical from first carbon will shift to third carbon. So we can see the shortcut of resonating structure. We can see numbering 1, 2 and 3. So numbering 1, 2 and 3. The pi bond between 2 and 3 will shift in between 1 and 2, and free radical from first carbon will shift to third carbon. So these two structures are the resonating structures. Now see the example based on the free radical based resonating structures. As we can see, again free radical 1, 2, 3, free radical, then single bond, then pi bond. So the pi bond between 2 and 3 position, the pi bond between 2 and 3 position will shift in between 1 and 2, and free radical from first carbon will shift to third carbon. So these two structures are the resonating structures. Now again we can see, in this case we can see carbon with free radical, then single bond and then pi bond. So this part again a part of conjugated system. The pi bond between 2 and 3 position will shift in between 1 and 2, and free radical will shift from first carbon to third carbon. So these two structures are the resonating structure. So this is the third type of conjugated system we have studied. First conjugated system is pi bond, then sigma bond, and then atom with positive charge. Then we have studied pi bond, then sigma bond, and the carbon with negative charge or lone pair. And next we have studied pi bond, then sigma bond, and the carbon with free radical. So three types of conjugated system now we have studied. Now see the another type of conjugated system. As we can see in this case, resonance possible or not. Here free radical single bond. So basically the pi bond is separated by two single bond. Therefore in this structure, this system is not a conjugated system, so no resonance possible. Now see the case number 4. The case number 4 is basically, we can see in case number 4, resonance is there when the pi bond is separated by sigma bond. So pi bond, single bond, and then again pi bond. So this is also another type of conjugated system. For example, we can see CH2 double bond CHO. So in this case also resonance possible, because pi bond, single bond, pi bond. So this is another type of conjugated system, and resonance is possible because pi bond, single bond, and then pi bond. So case 4 is the pi bond, then single bond, and then pi bond. It is also a conjugated system, and resonance possible in this case, and resonance is possible in this case. See the case number 5. So benzene is also in resonance in the same way, because pi single pi single pi, this is also a part of conjugated system. In this case also the pi bond will shift here, this pi bond shift here, and this. So basically this forms an alternate form. So pi bond position changes, this pi bond will shift here, this pi bond will shift here, and this pi bond will shift here. So two resonating structures of benzenes are possible. There are two resonating structures of benzene. We can see that these two structures are the resonating structure, these two structures, because this pi bond shift here, this shift here, and this one shift here. So these two structures are the resonating structure, and the conjugated system of type pi bond, then single bond, and then pi bond. Now see the case number. See case number 5. The lone pair of electron, the orbital containing lone pair of electron separated by single bond, and then the vacant orbital. So this is also a type of conjugated system, when one atom with lone pair of electron and then single bond, and then one atom with vacant orbital. So this is another type of conjugated system. Now see the example based on this. As we can see, there is positive charge on carbon atom, and there is lone pair of electron on oxygen atom. So basically positive charge means carbon is having the vacant orbital, and oxygen having the electron pair in the orbital which is parallel to vacant orbital. So one vacant orbital and one filled orbital of oxygen are parallel to each other. So this is also a type of conjugated system. Now this lone pair will shift in between these two atoms to remove the deficiency of carbon. So this is the resonating structure. When electron pair is donated, then oxygen will acquire positive charge. Now see another case of this kind of resonance. We can see the carbon with positive charge, then single bond, and the atom with lone pair. So this is also a conjugated system. Now this lone pair will shift in between two atoms. So this is the resonating structure. When nitrogen donate electron pair, there is positive charge on nitrogen atom. This is also CS2 plus single bond, and then sulfur atom with lone pair. So one vacant orbital and one filled orbital separated by single bond. So there is also resonance. So there is pi bond between the carbon and sulfur will acquire positive charge after donation of electron. See, as in this case we can also see there is positive charge on carbon, then single bond, and there is lone pair. So positive charge separated by single bond and then lone pair. So there is also resonance. So there is also resonance in between them. So this is the resonating form. So these two forms are the resonating structures. Now see case number 6 of resonance. So case number 6 type of conjugated system is, we can see there is one orbital with a lone pair of electron. This is p orbital, and then single bond, and then another atom with vacant d orbital. So there is also a type of conjugated system when the orbital with lone pair, then single bond, and then vacant d orbital. Like in this case we can see there is negative charge on carbon atom, means the orbital with electron pair, carbon having orbital with electron pair, then single bond, and then there is no vacant orbital in case of fluorine, because we know in fluorine vacant d orbital is absent, vacant d orbital is not present. So vacant d orbital is absent in case of fluorine. Therefore we can say this will not form a resonating structure. So no resonating structure because fluorine has no vacant d orbital. Now see the case of chlorine. The atom with negative charge, then single bond, and then chlorine. As we can see, negative charge, then single, and then lone pair. Therefore we know chlorine has vacant d orbital. Chlorine has vacant d orbital. This is the electronic configuration of chlorine, and chlorine has vacant d orbital, as we can see. So chlorine atom has vacant d orbital. We can see here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and 3d is vacant. 3d of chlorine atom is vacant. So we can see in this case, because one orbital with electron pair and single bond, and there is vacant d orbital in chlorine, so there is possibility of resonance. So it is also a type of conjugated system. Now this electron pair is shift in between them. So this is the resonating structure of this one. So this is another type of resonating structure. Now we will discuss about the resonance structures. So basically there are two types of resonance structures. See how. What are the two types of resonating structures? As we can see how there are two types of resonating structures. One is equally contributing structure and one is unequally contributing structure. Equally contributing structures means if the charge is present on the same atom, like in this case a formate ion. When this electron pair shift between carbon and oxygen, so this pi bond will break. Therefore we can see these two structures are similar. These two structures are similar because oxygen having the negative charge, and there is pi bond between carbon and oxygen. Again there is pi bond between carbon and oxygen, and negative charge again on oxygen atom. So these two structures we called energy same, everything same, therefore we called equally contributing structure. While in this case we can see negative single double conjugated system, negative charge shift between these two form pi bond, and this pi bond will break. So this is the two resonating structure of this ion. We can see in first RS negative charge on carbon atom, but in second RS the negative charge on oxygen atom. Therefore these two structures will not have the same energy. As in this case everything is same, charge on atom same, pi bond between atom same, but here we can see the pi bond between carbon oxygen, pi bond between carbon, negative charge on carbon, negative charge on oxygen. So these two structures cannot be similar, therefore their energy will not equal. Therefore we say these kind of structures we call resonating structures are of unequally contributing structures. Now we are doing the application of resonance. See, what are the application of resonance? So basically the application of resonance is in the comparison and calculation of bond order. So the comparison of bond order and calculation of bond order is possible by resonance, and also the plus M effect, minus M effect, which we called mesomeric effect, also plus or minus R effect, and also aromaticity of compound can be explained by the help of resonance. So these are the applications of resonance. And also on the basis of resonance, we can compare the stability of intermediates, and also on the basis of resonance, we can compare the heat of combustion and heat of hydrogenation. Now the first application we are going to study. So the first application of resonance we are going to study. The first application of resonance, we are calculating the bond order on the basis of resonance. See how we can calculate the bond order. On the basis of resonance. So basically bond order is effective number of bonds. So bond order was effective number of bonds between two atoms in a molecule we call bond order. For example, there is only single bond between carbon and carbon, therefore bond order of carbon bond is 1. But in this case there are two bonds between carbon and carbon, therefore bond order 2. While in this case there are 3 bonds between carbon and carbon, so bond order 3. So what is bond order? It is the effective number of bonds. Bond order is effective number of bonds between two atoms in a molecule. In this case bond order is 1, in this case bond order is 2, and in this case bond order is 3. Now see, we have to see the bond order of alpha bond and beta bond. As we can see, in alpha bond there is 2 bonds between carbon-carbon atom, therefore bond order of alpha is 2, while there only 1 bond between carbon-carbon, therefore bond order of beta is 1. And we know, when we know the bond order, so bond order is basically directly proportional to bond energy. Bond order is directly proportional to bond energy, and bond energy is directly proportional to bond stability, while bond order is inversely proportional to bond length. So bond order directly proportional to bond energy directly proportional to bond stability, and bond order inversely proportional to bond length. Now we will discuss about the bond order of equally contributing structures. We are calculating the bond order of equally contributing structures. So basically there are 2 types of resonating structure. One is equally contributing and one is unequally contributing. What are equally contributing? When the energy of the molecule or ion is same, then we call equally contributing. As we can see in this case, O negative, then single bond, and then double bond. So basically this is the conjugated system. Now this electron pair will shift in between these 2 atoms, and this pi bond will break. So this oxygen atom, so we can see there, this negative charge will shift in between these 2 atoms. So there is formation of pi bond, and this pi bond will break. So now there is pi bond between carbon and oxygen, and this is single bond between carbon and oxygen with negative charge, and this is single bond between carbon and hydrogen. So how we calculate the bond order? So basically bond order is calculated by calculate the number of pi bond and sigma bond. So how many pi bonds are there? Basically we are looking for the calculation of pi bond and sigma. So bond order is sigma plus pi. Bond order is sigma plus pi divided by sigma. So basically how many sigma bonds are there? 1 and 2, because 1 pi bond contains 1 sigma and 1 pi. So there is 1 sigma and 2 sigma. So 2 sigma, and how much pi? 1 pi. Therefore bond order is 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 1.5. So the bond order for this resonating structure is 1.5. There is another method, shortcut we can use for the calculation of bond order. Take any bond, like I am taking this bond. So I am giving number 1 and 2 to this. So I am giving number 1 and 2. Now again give number 1 and 2 to this bond. So basically how many bonds are present in between 1 and 2? 2 bonds is present in between 1 and 2, and there is 1 bond present in between 1 and 2. So basically 2 plus 1 divided by 2. Therefore bond order is 1.5. So basically why we have divided by 2? Because there are 2 resonating structures. Now see the next example for calculation of bond order. As we can see that in this case, give numbering 1 and 2. So these 3 structures are the resonating structure. Give number 1, 2. This is also 1, 2, and this is also 1, 2. So how many bonds are there in between 1 and 2? 2 bonds, 3 bond and 4 bond. So 2 plus 1 plus 1. And how many resonating structures are there? 3. Therefore bond order is 4 divided by 3. Now see the next example. So next example for calculation of bond order, we can see these are the 1, 2 and 3. 3 resonating structures are possible. Now give number 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So how many bonds are present between 1 and 2? 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 5. So 5 bonds are there between 1 and 2 atom. You may take 1 and 2 anyone, like 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So basically in 1 and 2, if we take this one, there is also 1 plus 2 3 plus 2 5. So it will remain same. Then divide by number of resonating structures. So 5 by 3 bond order. Now see the next case. The next case is we have to calculate the bond order of chlorine oxygen bond. As we know, there are 4 resonating structures of ClO4 minus, because this electron pair can shift, then this bond break. This electron pair can shift, then this bond break. This electron pair can shift, then this bond will break. So including this one, there are 4 resonating structures. And how many bonds are there? See, count the number of bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So bond order is, number of pi bonds are there 1, 2, 3, 4. So pi bonds are there 3. Sigma plus, we know, sigma plus pi divided by sigma will give bond order. So sigma plus pi divided by sigma give bond order. How many sigma bonds are there? 4 sigma bonds. How many pi bonds are there? 3. So 4 plus 3 divided by number of resonating structures are 4. So bond order is 7 by 4. See the another case. Again bond order is sigma plus pi divided by sigma. How many pi bonds are there? 1. So sigma plus pi. Sigma bonds are there 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 1. And how many resonating structures are there? 4. Therefore bond order is 4 plus 1 by 4. So bond order is 5 by 4. Now we are going to discuss another application. Now we are going to discuss another application of resonance effect. See, the another application of resonance effect is plus M and minus M effect. We also call this effect as mesomeric effect. So basically plus M effect, when we discuss about the plus M effect, so basically what is plus M effect? So which donate electron through resonance. So mesomeric effect is what? Which donate electron through resonance. For example, if plus M or plus R, then we call electron donating effect. We call electron donating effect. Now see the examples of electron donating effects. See the examples of electron donating effects, which is plus M. So when the electron pairs are donated, when electron pair is donated to benzene ring, then we called it plus M effect. See the condition for a group to behave as plus M. The condition for a group to show plus M. So basically, when the group having lone pair on one atom, then it will behave as plus M group. For example, see halogen. In halogen there are 3 lone pairs of electron. So there is at least one lone pair. Then it will behave as plus M group. So halogen behaves as a plus M group. See the OH group. In OH group also there is a lone pair of electron on oxygen atom. Therefore it is also behave as plus M group. In case of NH2, there is lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom. So it is also behave as plus M group. Now on oxygen atom there is lone pair. Now it is also behave as plus M. So if the group having at least one lone pair, on the atom, then it will behave as plus M group. See the case SCS3. In SCS3 there is lone pair of electron on sulfur atom, so it also behave as plus M group. But in the case of CH3, there is no lone pair of electron on carbon atom. In case of CH3, there is no lone pair of electron on carbon atom. Therefore, it will not behave as plus M group. See the another case. In this case, the group is bonded to carbon double bond oxygen. Again, there is no lone pair of electron on carbon atom. Therefore, it will also not behave as plus M group. Now see the next. The next is plus NR3. There is also the group which is attached to the ring. There is no electron pair on nitrogen. Therefore, it will not behave as plus M group. See another, C double bond O, again there is no lone pair on carbon atom, therefore it will also not behave as plus M group. Now see, if CH2 minus, then there is lone pair of electron on carbon atom, so it will behave as plus M group. Now CH2 plus, now there is no lone pair or carbon atom, therefore it will not behave as plus M group. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, there is lone pair of electrons, therefore behave as plus N. Now OCOCH3, now connected through oxygen, and oxygen having lone pair, therefore behave as plus M group. Now Nr2, in case of Nr2 there is lone pair of electron on nitrogen, so connected through nitrogen, therefore lone pair of electron on nitrogen behave as plus M. Now again connected through nitrogen and also lone pair on nitrogen, so plus M group. So these are the classification of plus M group. Which are plus M group? So basically condition for plus M group is the group having lone pair on one atom. Now we will discuss about the minus M group. See what are the minus M. So what are minus M group? As plus M group and plus R group donates electron through resonance, while minus M and minus R group we call electron withdrawing group. So basically these groups withdraw electron. These groups withdraw electron through resonance. So plus M and plus R group donates electron through resonance, while minus M minus R group withdraw electron through resonance. See the condition for a group to be minus M and minus R. Suppose the group which is connected to the conjugated system is X double bond Y, and if the electronegativity of Y, if the electronegativity of Y is more than X, if the electronegativity of Y is more than X, then we can say this group will behave as minus M. Another condition, if triple bonded group is attached to the ring, triple bonded group like X triple bond Y, again if electronegativity of Y is more than X, then it also behave as minus M group. And if a group is connected with vacant orbital, if a group is connected and having vacant orbital, then it also behave as minus M group. Now see the cases for a group to be connected minus M or minus R. See, in this case we can see the group connected here is nitrogen oxygen. Now number nitrogen oxygen, suppose X we are giving to nitrogen and Y we are giving to oxygen, and in this case we can see electronegativity of oxygen is more than nitrogen. So basically the electronegativity of Y is more than X. So for a group to behave as minus M, the electronegativity of Y must be more than X. Therefore NO2 is a minus M group. Now see the next example. The next example is CHO group, again number. The electronegativity of carbon is X and the electronegativity of oxygen is Y. Now we can see again electronegativity of oxygen is more than carbon. It means electronegativity of Y is again more than X. Therefore it is also minus M. Now see the next. Carbon oxygen, again number X and number Y. Now we can see the electronegativity. The electronegativity of oxygen is more than carbon. So again electronegativity of Y is more than X. Therefore it also behave as minus M. Now see the next. Again carbon double bonded atom we are looking for. So X and Y. Again electronegativity of oxygen more than carbon. It means electronegativity of Y is more than X. So it also behave as minus M. Now see the next. As we can see in CCl3 there is no double bonded XY. No double bonded XY, no triple bonded XY. Therefore it will not behave as minus M. Now see the next. Next we can see there is C double bond O. Again X and Y. And electronegativity of Y is more than X. Therefore this is minus M. Now see C double bond O again XY. Electronegativity of Y more than X. So it is also minus M. Now see, there is no double bond or triple bond or vacant orbital, so it will not behave as minus M. Now see, C triple bond and X, Y, and electronegativity of Y more than X, so it also behave as minus M. So this is the condition for a group to show minus M. Now see next, BH2. As we can see, there is vacant orbital on boron. So if there is vacant orbital on atom, it also behave as minus M or minus R group. So this is the classification of -M and -R group we have discussed.